All right, so we got our nice friggin' slick in. Got live axle kit, sprocket, chain. I got another sprocket. Break this, see what we can do with the gearing. But yeah, I'm about to cut this right here and then extend her out. Get those bearings mounted over there. And yeah, then we're gonna start cleaning all this up. Gonna make the motor plate. We're gonna have to make this plate a little bit bigger. No big deal. I got the clutch, but the biggest one I could find was a 1 inch, and this shaft is like just over an inch. So thinking about just starting it up and then just running the grinder on and take it down a little bit. Maybe hog out the clutch a little bit, but we'll get her on there one way or another. All right, so here's what we got. Extended her out. Just about done with that. Then I was looking at these plates for these bearings here, and what I'm thinking is mounting them something like that, because I really don't want to lose my wheel height like I was saying before. I don't want to end up scraping this sprocket on the ground all the time. So I think I'm gonna try and get them as low as I can, and then yeah, what I'm gonna do basically is I tighten these down. I'm gonna tack these nuts onto the back, and then I'm gonna get it in there so it meets up, you know, the best we can get her. Something like that. That's as low as we can get. And then what I'll do is I'll tack it, do this on both sides, make sure it's all gonna work. Then if all is good, I'll be able to just unbolt these, which those are gonna hold the bearing just like that. I'll be able to unbolt these, and then I won't even have to disconnect the chain because it'll just slide out forward and up. And then I'll be able to take the whole axle out nice and easily. And yeah, should be pretty straightforward. But yeah, I'm gonna get all these tacked and kind of fit it up, and then I'm just gonna stand it up, see how it's gonna be if I do it that way before I go and finish weld it. And then yeah, as long as we're not scraping chains and stuff, we'll be good to go. I think we're gonna be all right though. Alrighty, we got her all mounted up now. Got the bearing carriers all finished welded, all nice and nice. Now, back to that issue with the shaft being too big. So I already gave her one round of milling. And we're getting there, it's getting closer. But we're gonna need a few more rounds. A few more rounds of that. We'll get that clutch on and get the chain on, and this thing will be ready for ripping. We got the wheel all centered up, bearings all mounted. It's almost ready, boys. Almost ready. A little bit more. We'll get her though. Who says you can't reshape your own crankshaft? I mean, come on, look at that thing. Straight as a nail. Only had to take an 1/8 of an inch off her. But now, we got this unit mounted, spinning good, all in line. Now we're gonna make this plate right here. We're gonna have to extend this a little bit and to fit the big boy in there. Other than that, we get that mounted. then we're gonna fire it up. That'll do. All this is nice and solid now. No issues there, spinning like a champ. We're just gonna it's nice that this live axle is so long. So now I'll be able to move that thing, adjust it to wherever that clutch is gonna land. There we go. We have one fast ass mini bike. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got the motor mounted up. Made a new engine plate. We got our bearings all welded on nice and nice. Chains on. Spins good, no problems. Nice and straight. We just made this little battery holder. Basically I took angle iron front and back here, and then we made this plate to go on the side. Made a nice little battery bracket. Now we are working on the brake currently. So basically this rod here is gonna end up going to that little foot brake that we had before. We're just kind of remaking it to fit the wider section here. We started doing the exhaust, but I kind of need a longer nipple to bring this out a little bit more from the frame. You can see it's like kind of in line with that bar, so that might just kind of stay like that for now until I get another. I basically just need a shorter nipple like this. Then that'll be done. Then after that, I've got this little vintage gas tank I found laying around the yard. Gonna mount this baby up on there like so. Give or take, something like that. Then we're gonna get the seat mounted back on with the shock like I was talking about. And yeah, he's working on the brackets for the brake right now. Then after that, we're gonna extend this front end. We want to extend the front end about, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches or so. To make it a little more chopper style. Give us a little more ground clearance so we can layer into the turns. And eventually we're gonna get that shorty mounted up on there. Then throttle cable and seat. It's just coming together. Coming out really good, actually. And we gotta mount fender too. A couple other little things, but tell you what, we're gonna have the fastest mini bike around, and it's gonna have electric start. What do you think about that, Trevor?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, baby. Let's go.